Hey everybody. All right. Update time. So let's go back. I'd scheduled an interview after I had the interview with the job that I wound up accepting. And I said, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. It'll be nice to have an interview just to kind of get to know these people and who knows what the future may hold. And that was my thinking when I accepted the interview for this second company after I had a very good interview with the company that has hired me. And I got to thinking about it. The company or the agency is in the same building as the company that had just recently hired me. And I just had a flash, like a vision in my mind of somebody from this company on the 26th floor saying, "Hey, we just interviewed this guy," and then they might find out that I interviewed for a job after I'd accepted this job, and I immediately called these people and said, I have to cancel my interview. I have accepted this job, and I don't want to get involved in and take up your time during your hiring process. So that wouldn't be fair to you all. So I did cancel the interview for the job that I had. And, it's just amazing that you can go so long with no lead sometimes, and then all of a sudden, when one good thing happens and somebody else wants to interview you, so it's almost like when it rains, it pours. So anyway, I canceled that interview, and I'm glad that I did. I didn't want any confusion. I didn't want anything to stand in the way of me getting this job. So after I accepted the job and I determined through the interview process that they did not have any outstanding audit issues with the state, and that there was nothing overdue. So instead, I had the interview on Thursday. So instead of starting on that Monday, I said, well, since there's no crisis or nothing that's, brewing, I can start on the 15th. So, and I received a call from a friend who wanted to move into a vacant unit that we had. And so now my time was going to be consumed with trying to paint, do carpentry and trim work and clean up the place and um, fix the electrical problems in the bathroom and basically just to get this place where it would be ready for somebody to move in. So needless to say, with the work that I was doing, I wound up throwing my back out. What would have been 5 days before I was supposed to start work. So each morning I'm getting up and I can barely walk. I'm taking 2 hot baths a day just to try to relax my back muscles and knowing that I still have to do this work and everything. And this is how good God is. 2 days before I was going to start the job, or actually the day before, I was having some issues. My back was a little bit better, but I had to lift a 60-pound front door to put it back on the hinges. And whatever way that I moved, it threw my back into shape. So the pain that I had for 3 or 4 days was pretty much gone. It was a little bitty tinglings and stuff like that, but so I didn't have to go and suffer on my first day at the job with a bad back and not being able to walk when they're trying to walk me around to meet people and everything. So that was just, a blessing that God, put the icing on top of the cake like that. So, so we got the apartment put back together. The people moved in, and now my first day of work was this morning. So I was very excited yesterday because my wife's brother, Mark, we call him Aunt. He and his wife invited us out to his house to celebrate. And my wife wanted to wait for a couple of weeks. I was like, no, I love going out to their house, and yeah, we can go. I'd love to go out there. So we had a nice time with them, talking and everything, and eating some great food. and they wished me well on my first day at work. So we got back home last night, and I made sure that all of my clothes were ready to go, and that I put whatever meal. Well, we actually got a to-go plate, so I made sure that the meal was situated so that when my wife wanted to eat today, it would be ready for her to just pop in the microwave. Um, I was trying to make a decision. Do I get on the bus on my first day or do I drive my car? I was going to take the bus. Then I decided, you know what? Let me just drive the car because I got the briefcase and I've got a backpack, which I brought my computer and some miscellaneous things in and everything, like some extra water so I could have it. And I got in my car, left at 7 o'clock for what should have been a 35 or 40-minute trip. 20 minutes to get downtown and 15 minutes to walk from the garage to the job. There was so much traffic. I'm glad I didn't take the bus. I would have been late on my first day probably if I had caught that bus, or either I would have had to run across downtown to make it there on time. So I made it there 15 minutes early with all of the traffic, with having to park and all of that. So I got there early, and the HR lady showed me where I needed to go. And as I walked over to my area, they were setting up my computer, had a keyboard already, an extra monitor and everything. I didn't have to call somebody and wait for the keyboard to come and wait for the monitor to come and, a day and a half just to get a computer set up. Everything was good to go. Come to find out, I'm not sitting with the people in my section. The section I used to sit in, was right next to the copier room. And there was a lot of traffic that would always go past my desk and everything. So come to find out, for whatever reason, because God loves me so much, they decided to put me next to the window. I felt like I was in the penthouse. It's actually the picture that I posted. So let's see. It's the picture that I just posted to Facebook. So this is the picture. Let's see if I hope you all are seeing the screen. If you look at that in the background, you can see that I'm 28 floors up with sunshine at my back. I'm not stuck next to the copier machine with, 100 people, well, 30 people coming to the copier 50, 60 times during the day. So I'm not there. I'm in a nice, comfortable, beautifully well lit spot. They just treat me like a king, and I really appreciate that. Especially, being the first day is the greatest first day I think I've ever had in my life. I'm sure it is. It's the greatest first day I've had. Got to see a lot of friends and stuff. We when I did meet with who are, the people, or we greeted each other, we all knew to just say your hellos or whatever and get back to work because they wouldn't want to mess me up on my first day, and I wouldn't want to be the one that's trying to catch up with 10 years of missed conversations in one day. So that was good and professional on everybody's part. Everybody was welcoming for the most part. For the ones who weren't, can't do nothing about that. That's your loss. Um, so but for the people who did know me, they were glad to see me back. They were glad to see that I'm doing as well as I am doing. That I am not broken, that my spirits are even higher than they were back when I was a younger man. So um, I had a great first day. I got all of my human resources paperwork done. Luckily, they have a system where everything is automated and stuff. We can electronically sign and deliver it to the people and everything. So it was a very good experience. I got a chance to download some of the rules and regulations into my computer and stuff so that I can have access to, getting back up to speed with the administrative requirements and everything. And so I had a great day, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to doing this job for a long time, and they're making it well worth my while. And the work schedule is even beautiful. I can't go into details right now. I'll save that for later. But needless to say, I have nothing to complain about. Um, God is good and He loves me more than I know. He gave me more than I asked for. So I'm just happy. I'm happy for my brother too. He also got a job where he's doing well, and the people like him as a person. They like his spirit, his vibes, um, and they like the work that he's doing. So he's in a good place as well. And the funniest part about it is that even before I started doing these updates and stuff, I prayed to God and I said, you know, God, I think I'm going to be okay. I know you're going to take care of me. Find my brother a job first. And I had forgotten that I asked for that prayer. So when I was kind of getting down on my situation, he reminded me, this is what you asked for. You asked for your brother to find his job before you got yours. So when my brother got his job, I automatically knew everything is going to be all right. Just hold on, be patient. I just didn't know that it was going to be this great. So I'm extremely happy. The only way I could be happy is if I get a real good night sleep tonight. I'm feeling kind of tired. I know I'm looking tired. Probably look like I've been drinking or something like that. But I managed to get maybe 4 hours of sleep last night. But I sure popped up, made me some breakfast, did what I had to do for myself and for my wife, and got up out of here this morning. Made it to work on time, and had a great day. So uh, I'm sure there are going to be many more good updates to come, and that's what I'm going to be counting on. Um, so there it is. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. I am very, very pleased. Um, God just always does right by me. When sometimes we don't think that we deserve good things and stuff. So I'm coming to the realization that just the same way that good things happen to other people, and I'm happy for them when those good things happen. And I take their inspiration and hope that it can, circle back to my circumstance too. So, I am pleased with what God has done for me because it's nothing but God, for me to feel as though I'm at a place where I'm being supported, my presence is wanted. And I'm gonna do everything I can to be a good team member. And I'm in a good place, and I want everybody else to be in a good place, whatever it is that you're going through. And for those of you who still have the ability to enjoy your elders, please do. Um, I've gone to 5 funerals in about the last 2 months, 2.5 months. So I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be able to see. I'm grateful to have my hands. I'm grateful to be able to walk across downtown. I'm grateful to be able to get out of a car for my car to have come from a home. My home has a bed. I can wake up in the morning and everything. So, and that's not me. That's nothing but God. So, all of the glory goes to God. So, that's it. You all take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other, and look forward to the next update. So take care. Bye.